everybody. It's very important that you come into Unit 7 assignment and read the instructions because you're going to skip around a little bit. You need to make sure you look under Unit 7 to understand what you're doing. So once you read through that, you want to come in here and click here, save, right click, save target as, and save that file hopefully to a folder on your computer for Office 2. I already have one, you won't get that, but save it and then open it. So you're going to start on page 304. Okay, so go ahead and open it up. You want to enable editing. If you need to click that, please do. So again, Unit Application 2.1, we're going to complete steps 1 through 3. Okay, so you want to make sure you go and save that. Please make sure you're saving this with your initials. Some of you are not. Okay, so we're going to modify relationships, and I hope you've read through everything and done all of the let me try, show me, because you really are not going to understand this week's assignment without reading through everything. So the first thing you need to do is modify the one-to-many relationships between table interns and table department. So you're going to need to click on this relationship, and you need to make it to allow only departments found in the table to be entered as in table interns. So again, you just need to click on it. You will need to click something in with this edit relationships in order for that to work. Okay, then you're going to the next part. You're going to close out of here, and you're going to go into table interns, and you are going to create a lookup field called school. Now, in Access, you can do a couple things different ways. So the way I'm doing it is not necessarily the way you have to do it. I just wanted to make sure you understand that. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to go into Design View, which is down here on my right-hand side, and I'm going to create a lookup field. So I'm going to make sure it's on lookup down here, and I'm going to call it School. And you need to receive that data from, you want to make sure you do the lookup wizard, and you want to make sure that the data is going to come from table institutions. So again, this little handy dandy wizard is going to take you through this. I personally always like wizards. And again, you should have gone through this. And it says you don't want the ID, but the institution. Next, allow most of it, and finish. So now you have, okay, you want to make sure you save it. And now if you go back to your data sheet view, you're going to see school here, and you're going to see your drop down with your information from the table institution. So it's pretty cool. And again, you really want to make sure you've read everything so you know exactly what you're doing with it. So you completed steps 1 through 3. You're going to skip 4 on page 304, and now you're going to go to application 2.2. You're going to go into the table employees, and you're going to create a memo field. So again, a different way to create a field is just by coming up here, go to memo, because that's you want it to be a memo field, and you're going to name it Review 10. And now we're going to create a query. This is, in my opinion, really showing you the power of Access. So you have all this data everywhere, and creating a query is like asking it a question. So you're saying to it, okay, you have all this data, but all I want to know, I want to just find out the information for the employee ID and their last name, first name. And again, really make sure you look under these instructions here, because what you're going to pull, the information you're pulling, is employee ID, review 10, last name, first name, hire date from this table, from table employees, and you're pulling job title from table job codes. So you're going to create a query, and again, there's different ways to do a query, but this is how I'm going to do it. So you have to pull your tables first. You're going to add table employees, and you're going to also add table job codes. So you need to add these 2 items. And then down here, you're going to tell it again what fields you want. So you might want to keep going back and forth with Blackboard. So you want employee ID and review ID. So you want, the table needs to be table employees, and you want employee ID, and over here you're still using the table employees. Oops, sorry. And the field name you want is that review 10. You want last name, first name. So again, all you're doing right now, you're just telling it everything you want to see in your query, or again, think of it as a question. So employee ID, review last name, first name, and then we need the hire date. And then we only need 1 item from the other table, which is the job code, and so you need the job code. So again, this is what you're asking Access to do for you. You're saying, I want a list of these items. So you're going to hit run right up here in results, and it's going to give you the information. Then it goes on to, again, check your Blackboard. It wants you to do ascending order, and then you want the query to be review 10. Okay, so again, you're going to work up here to find the ascending order, and you want to save this file, save object as, and you want to save your query here. Okay, and that's the assignment. Good luck. If you have any questions, please ask your instructor.